I particularly liked the engineering side of the talk. When you showed the different sounds, really effective. I liked that. Okay, I got it. And then the flexibility and the suede and all that. I'm not so interested in the color part of it. I understand that. But you got my engineering part by showing that part and explaining that part of it. I like the pictures of you at 19 or 20, kind of a little bit blast in the past. One minor thing, I don't know if it matters, but I noticed that you started a lot of your sentences with the word now. Now this and now that. It seems to be a habit. Don't know that it detracted anything, but if you're not aware of it, thought I'd mention it. Thank you.
Technical features of your shoes. Ellen?
Yeah, so you started by asking us how many pair of shoes we have. So, and then you went on, showed a lot of shoes. But at the end, I was still wondering how many shoes do she has. So maybe so maybe at the end, just throw a number.
Keep counting.
Yeah, I see you have just throw a number. Actually, overall, it may be like 150.
How do you count it?
I love shoes too. So. The one thing I might have suggested on the handling on the props was maybe just one shoe of each type, because you kind of tended to hunt a little bit to get the pairs or tie them together so they all came out at the same time. But I think one would have been sufficient for each demonstration. It would have been a lot simpler for you to track while you were speaking.
I totally enjoyed the speech. I loved the part where you actually made those sounds. I mean, I've always loved that, and I was like, oh, good. I want to check real life. The thing about pictures was, you wanted to communicate there were so many of them, and quite honestly, when you showed that shoe rack, I was like, okay. And then eventually you showed me one more, and I was like, okay. And then if I put together all of them, then like, oh wow. But it didn't get that wow, which is what you really wanted. You know how, and I'll quote something that I shouldn't, but anyways, okay. So if you remember, you're sitting and showing a wardrobe, and it keeps on going, and it's like, wow. You know, you want that to come out with your first picture, because that's really what the goal was. And so maybe you could have put all the 3 shoe racks together, and then come out. And I'm the second person in the room who probably has more than 5, but that's fine. I love it myself. But the thing was, I think with the pictures, the one thing I would say is, if you want to have them, I loved your poses with the dancers and everything. That was very effective at the end. But just the first one has to be a wow. So yeah, other than that, thank you.
Men always have more shoes than they think. You got the black shoes, the brown shoes, the flip-flops.
I thought that you could have even done more with the middle, because I felt like compared to your beginning, you got some really big laughs and then it kind of dragged in the middle. And I would like you just to have a lot more fun with it. Maybe play with the power of under-exaggeration, because everyone's expecting you to have a million shoes. And then you say, you know, really, and hide your bag or something, you know, I just have this shoe, and 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 you know, even make a list potentially of all the different types of shoes. I was having a Forrest Gump kind of moment where, you know, list all the different types of shoes that you know of, and you have your tap shoes, and your ballet shoes, and your ballroom shoes, and your swing shoes, and your, you know, and play with that. And then the last thing is just the power of how you're wording things. I think you could do more with analogies. So you could say, for example, I have more shoes than da-da-da-da-da. You know, have some fun.
Okay.
What else? I know some of you have something. You're just there. See?
I don't have any criticisms. I had no idea that a dancer would need so many shoes. As a guy, most guys in this room, it was to me an eye-opener, and I appreciate that insight.
Okay.
It's interesting how a funny speech can also be an educational speech. We had our last speech was really purely trying to be funny but still educated, and we had a couple of speakers who took educational topics and tried to add humor to them. and which is something that probably many of us may have real applications, that we try to add humor to real serious topics. And it's hard, I think, to do that. And so I think it's great that we tried here today. We had a couple of humorous beginnings to serious speeches and that sort of thing. So thank you all for those attempts. This is the place to try things, right? To try humor in your speeches. We're going to clap for you regardless. And of course at Next Step you'll get some really, really good feedback as well.
Birgit, you had a notion of graduating from a level of dance to another level, and also graduating from a dance to another dance. So I graduated from the salsa to the rumba. So I think you want to just pick which graduation you want to do, whether you want to graduate through the levels of a dance or from transition from one dance to another. Overuse of but of course then again, so too many of this time. So watch out for that.
Birgit was 721 even with a technical problem, so very good.